An awful update has occurred in the Dr. Disrespect situation. For those of you who don't really know, let me give you a brief rundown. It's going to be kind of long, but I'll try to summarize it as best as possible. So it all started when a tweet by Cody Connors dropped stating that Dr. Disrespect was banned because he was caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. A bunch of people went up in arms initially, but people then looked back at his tweets and noticed that a couple of months or years ago he also used these accusations. Like, he threatened to leak it if he got enough concert ticket sales, which is completely freaking disgusting. Like, you shouldn't try to hold something this important just for monetary gain, but I guess get your bag, king. Fuck you. Jake Lucky then retweeted it and gave it more eyes, to which Dr. Disrespect replied to him, "Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled and no wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract." This left the community kind of puzzled, because instead of just outright denying the allegations, he pretty much just legalese his way into saying, I wasn't found guilty, but, it just gave out that kind of aura, and people just started looking into it. And so people would just speculate. Some people think that at the time, some people thought that he probably did do it, but didn't do anything inappropriate. Others thought that he was just a full-on pedophile. And today, we finally got the answer. It turns out that Dr. Disrespect has, in fact, did message a minor inappropriately. The first part of the response wasn't that important, so I'll just quickly summarize it. I'll still put it right next to me, but it's kind of not important. It's just pretty much disassociating himself from his gaming studio to try to preserve it, but losing your figurehead is going to be completely devastating you, because the only reason it came to be was because it had Dr. Disrespect name and community behind it. However, now I think it might be the death blow.
Champion eliminated.
They might just disband or rename it to something else, something not as associated with Dr. Disrespect. So from what I saw, he founded Midnight Society, so he doesn't own it, so I'm not sure if they'll still if he'll still get revenue from any sales or stuff, but still having that being associated with you was a bad look, so I understand why they cut ties. And that's pretty much what the main first part of the story. Now the more important thing was the actual accusation. So let me just read it verbatim. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer, yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed, and I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that the case was resolved in settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. I kind of wish he gave some examples just to see how far it leaned, because if it was just like playful, then maybe you could probably give him some slack. It's still completely weird morally, but as long as he didn't actually do anything, we don't really know. And this was a couple years back. Anyway, let's continue. Now, From a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect. And I'll fucking my own shit. The fuck? That's a typo. This was stupid. Which, yeah. If you kind of knew that it was getting too inappropriate, you probably should have just blocked them or just told them, like, hey, I'm getting weirded out. I don't think we should talk anymore. And it should have been fine. So it's kind of weird that he let it get that far, especially as a dad. I'm pretty sure you'd get like weird vibes when you become a parent because you didn't put yourself in the other parents. You're like, would you want someone older than your kid messaging your kid like that? And if the answer is no, then why the hell would you do it? It's kind of hypocritical, but whatever. Now with that all being said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen the remarks and labels that have been thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't label me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Which, you kind of brought it on yourself, dude. You are confessing to inappropriately messaging a minor. Like, no one was there, like, forcing you to do it. You did it on your own volition. So, of course, people are going to speculate the worst because there have been examples. Like, EDP 445, Mini Lad. There have been Lion Maker. There have been a bunch of examples of creators using their platform for bad things. So, you can't really blame people for thinking the worst of the worst immediately, especially with such heavy examples such as that. Not only that, but you don't really come in with any evidence stating like, hey, I didn't do it. Not only that, but it makes you seem even more guilty because off rip, you should have just said something about it. Like, yeah, you're making it seem like it was out of your control, but it came out 7 years ago. I'm pretty sure the NDAs last longer than that, but who knows? And the last couple of things, he just apologizes to his team, his community, and everyone that supported him throughout these couple of days. But he also makes a hint that he's coming back or he's gonna stay back. He's just going on vacation because he says, and I quote, finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think that I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Which kind of gives me the Mini Lad kind of vibes because he's going to come back to a bunch of trolls trying to get under his skin and stuff, which would probably be bad for him. Another weird thing is that in that same quote, he also says, to my team, community, and industry friends, instead of just friends, which goes into a theory that Keemstar proposed in his Twitter space today, or at the time of recording was today, the 25th of June, in which people are speculating that Coney Connors dropped the whole allegation thing because of Nick Smirk's transphobic remarks, because it'd be like a political play on how Nick Merckx said leave the children alone to the LGBTQ community, and just to like show them like, hey, it be your own people sometimes, because Cody also, after posting those allegations, he also added the reply, no one made the wrong decision, fuck him and his boys, which is kind of weird because he is including his boys, which include Nick Merckx and Tim the Tap Man. A whole another thing that kind of bothers me is that both Tim the Tap Man and Nick Merckx kind of just play around the allegations in a way. I'll play both of their clips and I'll reply to each individual one as they go along, but it's kind of weird how they state them.
Wow, this is Absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing. I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if he knew that was a minor and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that.
My problem with Tim's response is that I'm not sure if I'm just seeing it like too anally or something like that, but in his statement he says, my bottom line, I think, if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if he knew that was a minor and those were in the messages, then I cannot support that. I can't. It kind of makes it seem like he'd welcome Dr. Disrespect back with open arms if Doc started inappropriately messaging the minor in question, if he didn't know that it was a minor. That's how I'm reading it. I'm not sure if I'm like looking way too into it, but Tim didn't really disavow his like Dr. Disrespect or anything like that. He kind of just gave him like an out. Like he could say like, oh yeah, I didn't know that she was a minor at the time of texting her. Which again, yeah, that kind of like make it a little bit worse. I'm not sure if this is just looking at it too speculatively, but he is giving Dr. Disrespect an out kind of. And next is Nick's response.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, you know. And look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, you know? So I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And I mean, look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
So with Nick's response, he kind of just more like straightforward, just says that it's inexcusable and unacceptable, that he can't support it or defend it. If Dr. Disrespect didn't know that I was a minor at the time of messaging inappropriately, then would you forgive him? Because that would lead to another context, but at the end of the day, he still inappropriately messaged a minor and he still get backlash for that. I don't know. That's just my question to the audience. Would you forgive him if you found out that he didn't know that I was a minor at the time of it? Or is he still just as guilty as right now? Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.